This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. One of the famous layouts on the PGA Tour, it's the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. This is the King's Palace. Arnold Palmer built it, Frank, in the 1970s.
And for so long, it has been the showcase for Orlando golf.
Get that feeling in the pit of your stomach, Frank. Start of a round at a great golf course like Bay Hill. 461-yard opening par 4. What does it take here?
Nice little draw off the tee. If you're a little fearful, the out of bounds on the left where the practice fairway often comes into play.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. What's he need to watch out for here, Frank?
Those two front bunkers, Rich, the one that protects the left and the right. More often than not, you want to pitch the ball on the front of this green. They are the two to be concerned about.
That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Frank, this birdie putt is from downtown.
Well, if you want to build a skyscraper, you got to knock a few of these in.
That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Settles in over the putt. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
And so just getting started, even par so far. Just a couple of feet. Still even par for the day. This would give him the par. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Here at the 231-yard par 3 second, Frank, pretty good hole.
It certainly is, Rich. The carry on the right side's a little shorter, but if you're going to take it down the left side, you've got to fly that ball at least another 20 yards.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, too bad. He'll have to play from the bunker. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
So Frank out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier. Well, that even caught me by surprise, Rich. I thought par was in the bag.
This now for bogey. Spieth has this for par. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. These putts keep the round together. To 1 over par early on in this round. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. So with that, 1 over par. Frank, now to the third hole, and where's the trouble here? That's fairly obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's one thing you don't want to remind yourself of. There's a bunker all the way down the right side. That's a good place to aim.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. NASA, we have a splashdown. So this will be the third shot after taking the drop with the ball going in the water. Second shot for Miguel Angel Jimenez. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
Fraction off the center and headed to the right.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Well, that just brings a smile to your face, puts a little pep in the step when you make them from downtown. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Even par early on. This has not been his best hole, trying to escape with a bogey. Frank, this is where you want to step away from the controller for just a second.
Yeah, good. Mr. Good just met Mr. Bad.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo back at the fourth. It's the first par 5 on the golf course, Frank.
The litmus test is that first bunker on the left side. If you can get it past that, you've hit it over 330 yards.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there.
Yeah, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Frank, this one's headed way right.
And rough trees, all sorts of problems on that right side.
That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Spieth came out of the University of Texas, led the Longhorns to the NCAA title his freshman year.
Yeah, one of the advantages of talent at an early age, it puts you ahead of the learning curve.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
And setting up here in the rough. Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Playing his third here at the par 5. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Oh, he's going to love it. Great putt. This for Jordan Spieth's birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Still playing even for the day after the par. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Just a tap in to finish the hole. So with that, the score is now at even par. Now to the 5th hole, and off the tee, Frank, how do these fairway bunkers sort of factor into your mindset as you prepare to tee off?
Well, if you watch the pros play on the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you'll see two different strategies here. Just an iron off the tee, give yourself a full shot in, or, well, if you're a longer hitter, take it over that bunker on the left.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
All well done on the approach shot. Inside of 10 feet, he'll be very happy with that. Anything you do differently with your setup?
Just dig my feet into the sand a little bit more, but make sure you focus on the exact spot on the ball you want to hit.
Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to pick it cleanly, and keep your head still. And getting ready for the putt. That's a par. Stays at +2. Jordan Spieth eyeing this putt for birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. This for par. Did the job right there. On to the par 5 6th hole. This is one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill, Frank. What does it take to stay out of trouble on this hole?
Well, I always thought horseshoes were lucky. The 6th hole shaped like a horseshoe was anything other than that. You fear a little left and big problems. Hazard?
Maybe wet. Frank, this is always such a difficult spot for a golfer. You just hit one out of bounds, you're trying to regroup.
He's going to need to more than regroup now.
So now he's playing his third shot, Frank, after hitting it OB.
Yeah, good tee shot, though. So see if he can string a couple of good shots together now. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
And from the fairway for his second shot here.
This has to go in the hazard.
He needs to get up or it's extra stroke at it after going into the water. This now the fourth shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, the tournament scoring record was set by Buddy Allen. That was way back in 1973. A whopping 23 under. That's like a video game score.
Yeah, they made sure that would never happen again. They lengthened the golf course. They firmed up the greens. They sped them up. They did everything to make sure that nobody, including you, ever shoots 23 under here again.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Get down. Look out.
It's over. The green.
That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. He did the right thing there, Frank. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
All right, Frank, you've played it safe. Now you have that third shot. What's the best way to get to that hole location and make the birdie?
The angle of the green really does favor the layup shot because at least you're hitting across the length of the green, but it's a little bit like that third hole, a very narrow green. So once again, that wedge shot has to be very precise. Well, just a little too much, Rich.
Frank, this is where a round can get away. You've just knocked it OB.
Yeah, that shot's never going to come back now, so he doesn't want to compile the error.
Not done yet. This is his 7th shot.
7?
7. Getting set now over the putt. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
This will be a 14-foot putt here. That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. That's 1 under on the day. Clean this up with a tap. Seems to really have the touch today. Frank, the good news as you come to the 7th after that beast of a par 5 is that it's just under 200 yards and there's no water.
Yeah, it's not as long as the second, but it's just as demanding. Very narrow entry into this green.
That will be a great look at birdie. Headed for the bunker? Not his best shot, and now he'll have to deal with a bunker.
Yeah, they say the hardest shot in golf, the next one.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, who you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, it was, they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or 2. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
Good score going, now at 2 under par. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Really solid stroke.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next.
Oh, and it gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut.
Not too
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
I like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy.
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut. Frank, which way is this headed?
Judging by his body English, looks like it's heading a little right. There is a bit of green out there, though.
Well, Frank, this is something we've seen more and more of in recent years, players just on the fringe.
Yeah, it's good to see. It shows he's thinking. You don't just have to grab the lob wedge, and that's it. A hybrid putt, you name it, whatever works.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie. Oh, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
This would give him a big momentum boost. Birdie putt for Keegan Bradley. That is a solid par putt. This to avoid a huge number. This is for bogey. One under on the day. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par four. And what's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker.
Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second from an excellent lie.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Well, he'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Now the 2011 PGA champion Keegan Bradley on the approach shot. Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, that wasn't a gimme, but he sure made it look easy. Keegan Bradley for par. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Just a perfect springtime day here in Orlando, Florida. We're at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Frank, how do you get off to the perfect start on this second 9 here?
One of the few holes here that actually moves to the right, so a little cut off those two bunkers. Either that, or if you can fly the ball 280, 285, you can take it over the right, or just an iron.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Second shot for Miguel Angel Jimenez.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Early part of his back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. And this attempt will be from about 130 yards. Getting set now over the putt. And he has it, Frank.
I don't believe it.
Here's the man with the best ponytail in the game. He's also a pretty good putter. Miguel Angel Jimenez for birdie. Just 5 feet left. And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. This for par. Did the job right there. Another par 4 here, the 11th. It's just under 440 yards. This time, there's water looming left and then bunkers on the right-hand side. It's a pretty good challenge, Frank.
This hole's very similar to the third hole on the front side. 2 bunkers down the right side. Just got to keep it a little left. You don't have to hit driver here.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. Beautiful looking shot right here.
Second shot.
That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Going to have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
Frank, we've all been there. You hit one in the water, you're down. How do you regroup?
You've got to start from scratch again. Everybody's going to hit bad shots. That's just the nature of the game. But compounding mistakes, that's the problem that you want to avoid.
This now the 4th shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
Jordan Spieth ready for his 2nd shot. Good looking shot right here. He'll need to be strong with this. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Could it be? Oh, and it's good. What an amazing putt. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Spieth trying to light the fuse. This one's for birdie. You have to like that. 4 under. So just a formality here. So with that, the score is now at even par. Teeing it up here on the 12th, 574-yard par 5, Frank.
Another one that's reachable, obviously long and straight. That rough down the right side, though, is normally very thick. Avoid the 2 bunkers, lots of contours and undulations around this green.
Headed for the bunker? Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank, it's a hard game to play from the high grass.
And that's where he's been more often than not today.
Now the second shot to the par 5. Frank, this one is veering far to the left.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here. Well, when you can't reach the green out of a fairway bunker, do the next best thing. That's put the ball in play. That's exactly what we just saw.
Smart shot. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here.
Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with the win right now.
Right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that they don't get every other day.
This will test a player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. So the approach to the 12th will leave him about 30 feet away. This is a pretty difficult proposition. So after the layup, Frank, here at the par 5 12th, pitch shot here, try to make birdie.
Yeah, just use the contours of this green. You can actually get to this flag a lot of different ways. Using one of the mounds, there's nothing wrong with that.
Just wants to hit about an inch behind the ball. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Starting to move in the right direction. 5 under after that made putt. So a tester from 4 feet. So with that, 3 over par now for the round.
Even par currently.
Still playing even for the day after the par. At the par 4 13th now, this is a hole, Frank, that requires some smart club selection. What are the options here?
Yeah, very sneaky par 4. That bunker on the right is 250 yards or so off the tee. So you've either got a choice to play short of that or sneak it down the end, which is about 300 yards. But if you try and be bold here and miss the fairway, that second shot, evil. That's an absolute beauty.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. He in the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, you just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. Frank, really no problem. High-level players don't mind a fairway bunker.
Yeah, good clean lie. Just a nice swing there, guaranteed the clean contact. The lip shouldn't be a...
Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Playing his fourth shot after the third was wet.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt. Frank, what's the key? You just hit one OB.
Somehow forget what's just happened. Otherwise, the same thing's liable to happen.
You never want to be counting on your second hand here because this is the sixth shot after going OB on that previous one. But you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. A great roll right there. Just a pure stroke right in the heart. Spieth settles in over his birdie putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Still even par for the day. Frank, now to the 14th of par 3, and how difficult is this hole?
Once again, very narrow entry into the green, so ideally you want to fly the ball a little higher than normal, make it soft, make it land a little softer. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. He just missed the bunker.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. One thing Spieth has shown early in his career, he is rock solid on the par putts. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful putt. He has this attempt for par. In for par. Frank, deep in the round at the 15th, you need to maybe make something happen. How difficult is that with such a huge dog leg here?
Once again, make sure you know the distance to carry the bunker or run out. You got to play to your strength.
Wait, this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Headed for the bunker? Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Frank, anything you do differently from the rough in terms of your swing? Do you hinge the club a little bit more quickly?
No, normally put the ball just a little bit further back in your stance because you want the club to be going down. Down, it's got to go down through the grass, through the ball.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Missed the fairway in the fairway bunker now.
It's not all gloom and doom, though. Lip isn't too high. A good swing here still shouldn't be a problem.
Headed for the bunker, I think.
Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
Frank, what are you looking to do with this approach shot here at 15?
Anytime the flag's on the front, Rich, it's basically green light special. When the flag starts to get pushed towards that back area of that green, it starts to get narrower and narrower and narrower. And that's where you've got to be a little careful.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there. Hate to say it, but that is a quadruple bogey, double the par, and time to pick up and move on. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
It'll take some skill now.
Well, double par here, time to pick up and move on. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under. We've seen guys through the years blow the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. It's sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy 4, but a 3 brings 7 into play.
That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Going to have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
He's going to have to find something, Frank, other than the rough.
Yeah, there's hitting it right and there's hitting it left, but when you got to go out of both barrels, the game becomes hard.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle.
Oh, that's fine.
Getting bounced around today. You think the winds have been a factor?
There's no question that's been the biggest problem for the players right now, but still, it's playable. It's not ridiculous. It's not unplayable out there.
And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Nice position, short grass, second shot.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Might need some wings just to clear this hazard.
That water is looking rather intimidating.
This now the fourth shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
Never a pleasant moment, the drop after you've gone into the water, but here we are. So the previous shot into the drink, this now the fourth shot. Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision, but well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here. Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Bradley for his par. Right off the edge. Wow.
That hurts. It's no snack though.
I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace, it's hard to be critical of that.
Settles in over the putt. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the day. Just a little tap in here. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Frank, par 3 17th here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
Look out, this could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder. This looks like it's going to find the target. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, a little chip shot here from the fringe. Now, a lot of options. I've seen some players hit 6-iron, others will shut down like a sand wedge.
Yeah, there's 2 schools of thought. Some people just try and perfect like one club, but really the best chippers chip with a variety of clubs.
Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination.
The inimitable Miguel Angel Jimenez has this for par. Not too much, and not too little. Perfectly played into the center of the cup. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Not what he had in mind when he stepped to the tee, but it would be just one drop shot. This for bogey. So they'll tap in. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. That puts them at 4 under for the round. You know, Tiger was born on the same day as LeBron James, December 30th. And he's had his share of slam dunks, especially on the 18th hole here at Bay Hill.
Yeah, he's just a perfect fit for the golf course. You'd think every now and again he fears left, but he doesn't fear left at Bay Hill. We've seen his best golf over the years, over the last 15 or so years. To win there 8 times, nobody's come close to that. Ernie Els, one of the great players in the world, has won it twice.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
So this is his 4th shot after the last one found the water.
It's not all over, but right now, too, he's staring down the barrel of a very bad hole.
Birdie try up next. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, you always start out thinking about going low, but you know in this game you can end up feeling low. What do you tell a player who's had an off day?
Well, this is as much about managing your misses as celebrating your great shots. You look at the best players in the world, they know how to play bad better than anybody.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Wow, I thought he made that. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Let's see if Bradley can knock this in for another birdie.
Good read, good line, well played.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. That's messy. That's a double bogey. Four under on the day. Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.